Getting ready to film. We've got one camera here. We have another camera here. We've got the light. We've got this. Records the audio from the two microphones. We've got two microphones for this cover. We've got one here. And then we've got one here. Look at our nice little setup. I had to change the picture there because it was a Pac-Man picture, but I thought the Disney castle might be more appropriate, even though it's not Disney, but you know, same kind of vibes. And then we have another laptop there, which is recording Sparks playing the MIDI. Sparks playing his keyboard. And then down there we have my sound card. We have two tripods. This one's really good. Batteries, which plug straight into the wall, so you don't have to worry about batteries being charged. This song has been really good. We have had a couple of rehearsals where me and Sparks just like played and practiced, making sure that we're in time, and he didn't know the song before, so he had to learn the song. So here we've got all the things that Sparks needs for recording. And now Sparks is turning the MIDI into an actual piano. So he's got all these different like presets and
way to come for me. I'm crafting my own sounds. Nah, they're pretty much presets. I mean, it's a recording of some sort of grand piano in some sort of thing. If you're interested, it's part of it's a contact instrument by Native Instruments. I mean, because you can change it to anything, so we don't have to have a piano.
It could be strings or
like I could have.
An electric guitar. That's so extra.
What would be funny?
Oh my god.
You can have it whatever you want.
Did you know that in the video we just filmed, you are a king? King Julian.
I've been told King Julian from Madagascar.
No, it's not the same one. So, when we were practicing this song, I noticed a few bad habits. I was adding into some of the notes. I often will try and slide on notes for some weird reason. For example, this is what I used to do, and I tried to fix it. So I think I fixed it in the version that we are taking.
What did you used to do?
If you loved me for me. But instead, now I do it. If you loved me for me. Do you see what I mean? Instead of if you loved me, if you loved me for me. I think it's a confidence thing. I slide on the note because I'm like, it's kind of around here and then I just kind of slide to where it's meant to be. I do that so much, so I really try to knock it out of this one to be more like the original. This is the first live cover that we have ever recorded. I usually record the audio by myself separately and then lip sync and do the video, but this time we recorded it all in one go, so it was like we had to make sure that everything was recording, like we had to double check that all of the microphones were on, all of the cameras were recording, and that this was recording. And yeah, so we have to make sure, because we know, I think both me and you have done it enough times where we've recorded something and it's not been recording. So we both know that we need to make sure that that's the number one priority. Double check that everything is recording. Because otherwise you have a good take and then it was never recording.
I think strictly we have done one thing live, but I'm trying to remember if we actually...
The
Mary Poppins one. Where
oh my gosh, you're right. Okay, this might be our second live one that we've done.
We didn't do it as well as this. I think it was just like a mic.
This is definitely way better. Yeah, I made Sparkles wear something. This actually is purple. I thought this was red because King Julian wears red in the film. And then I just wore blue for Erica, and I curled my hair and put a little flower. Wrong like King Julian. That's the wrong one.
I like to
move it.
I know King Julian is though. You have to tell me who King Julian is. He
is a meerkat.
No, he isn't a meerkat.
He's a lemur.
He might be a lemur.
He might be a lemur.
Yeah, he's a lemur from Madagascar. That's where
and aren't they so cute, the lemurs? what do you think, guys, of our new setup that we've got?
This is a one-time thing, Adele. I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay.
Because I'm getting a new studio. I thought you know
Yay! Big news.
this.
I thought this dress was quite like nice for Erica because it's like got the like peasant vibes, peasant dress vibes with the peasant sleeves. You know I love a peasant dress.
You do love a peasant dress. You do.
It's not long, but I really want to cosplay Erica at some point, but the dress is quite hard. So, bye.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, goodbye.
You're talking about dresses. You need to be in the background to set them.
When will I see you again?
Oh, never.
Oh, never, never. Well, maybe someday. So I'm just about to get started on the edit for the video that I filmed last week, I think. This edit is very different to my usual edits because it was a live cover. I only have the 2 camera angles from the take that I can use. Usually I will have about, well, maybe 2 or 3 camera angles from 7 takes. So that's like 21 clips I can choose from at any given point in the video. I don't know if that made any sense. So this one is going to be a lot simpler and a lot easier to do. Let's take a look at the project. So as you can see here, there's only 2 video tracks. Usually this will be like 20, 21, and there's like normally loads of tracks to choose from for any given moment in the song. So I've made this wide shot smaller so I can see both in the screen at once, and I can choose which one I want at any point in the video. So now I've just got to like so like at that bit when Sparks is singing, I'll cut from this view and I'll make this bigger so you can see Sparks. This small bit's not going to be there in the final render. It's just so I can see both angles at once. This track, these are just the raw tracks, so these have not been mixed at all. They need treatment and to be mixed before the final thing, but because all of these are synced, at the end when Sparks has finished mixing the track, we can just delete all of these 3 and replace it with a different final audio track, and that will still match this video. So yeah, I'm just going to sit here and go through the timeline and see which shot I prefer. Usually the way I do it is I would do one line is camera 1, line 2 I'll swap to camera 2, and I'll keep doing that unless it's more complicated song. So I don't like to have cuts like randomly off beat or randomly halfway through the line. I think it kind of feels weird, but sometimes for more complex songs you kind of have to do that. But this one is very simple song, so I reckon this will take me maybe an hour to edit probably, and then I've got to grade it as well. I'll show you that when I get to it. I just want to show you guys what I'm doing for this part. So we're both singing together. I've moved this video over a little bit, and then on top of it I'm going to do a little split screen between me and Sparkles. So I've dragged the crop effect over onto it, and then I can see crop, and I'm just going to move the left side in, and I think it was about 48. So now we've got a split screen with me and Sparkles, which are pretty cool. So yeah, with this bit, I'm not happy yet with how this looks. Like, I'm quite a bit lower than him. I think it looks weird with our heads being at different heights. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play around here with the height. Like if I move Sparks down, maybe if I make him a bit bigger as well. And then let's go on to me. Let's move me a bit. Maybe that looks weird. I don't know. It's just like you've got to play around with it and just see by eye what looks best. Does this look okay now? What we think? I don't like this blue screen at the end, so I'm gonna move that over. There we go. I think that's okay. All right, so I've edited the video. I've done the basic assembly, as you can see. Have to keep this here so that when we render out the beginning, we can still sync it up. But then we've got, this is the intro. And then it swaps to me. What? I thought, like, usually I prefer to do a lot of cuts, but I think I might cut this up a bit and like have bits where it's more zoomed into my face and then zoom back out again, just to make it a bit more interesting for this whole time. And then here you can see like it cuts back to the wide clip, and then so on for the rest of the song until we get to this bit. And that, my friends, is my editing process. This time has been so much quicker. I think I did this in less than an hour. Madness. Usually it takes me hours and hours and hours to edit my more complex videos. This is definitely the simplest video I've done in a very long time. There's not going to be fancy transitions. I need to add an end card though. But yeah, I can't believe how quick this one has been. I hope you guys like to see this process. It would be more interesting to see maybe one of my more complex edits, but maybe next month. Yeah, in the next one, I'm sure it will be. Guys, I think I'm an actual genius. I have just managed to correct this color. I didn't think I'd get it this good. I'm impressed by myself. Let me show you. So how I color my videos is I click this tab here, goes to color, and it opens up this workspace. So for this clip, all I have done is just brighten it a bit. I've improved the saturation. It's a bit gray, brought more color back into me. I'm not gonna do much else with this because honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. I think the white balance is perfect. I think it's a really nice light shot, so I'm not going to do too much to it. Now, if we go to the other clip, this is what I was trying to work with. So this is like crazy dark, crazy orange compared to this shot. So you can see side by side, this is a lot darker than this. Okay, now what I've done, oh, look at that. And now suddenly the blue dress matches the blue dress. Oh my gosh, they match. I am so impressed with how close I've got this. Look at that. You can really see the difference. Like I've really lightened it up. I am super happy with that. I did -20 on the temperature, brought up the shadows and increased the whites, and then I increased the saturation a bit, but not as much as the other one, so that they match. Oh my god. And then once I am happy with these two views, what I do then is I go back to editing. You select the color changes that I've done like this, and then you just copy and paste it across all of the clips. So I've kept these separate for a reason. So once I'm happy with this one, I can copy it from here, and then all I have to do is select all of those layers and then Control V, and then all of these other clips will have the same grading, which is perfect. And then I did that for the top layer as well. And now you can see when they're side by side, they look so much better than before. Let's see before and after. Oh, look at that. That's not good. Yay! Another thing I should actually show you guys is something that I always forget to vlog. But basically when I am looking for a thumbnail, I often forget to, like, when I'm filming, I often forget to be like, right, thumbnail, let's pose for a thumbnail. Oh, I should do that for this video. There we go. So for this, what I do is after I've edited the video and I've done the grading, I'll like go through and I'll try and find like a nice place where I think it would be good for a thumbnail. Like that's quite nice. I look like I'm singing, Sparks is playing the piano, and then you click this little export frame here and then you can export it. There we go. And I usually will find maybe like 10 to 15 frames in the video that I like, and then once I've done that, I'll compare them all and I'll see which one works best for a thumbnail, and then I will move that over into Canva usually, or yeah, I think I use Canva now. I used to use PicMonkey a lot, but I've moved to Canva. I really like it. Sparks always goes on at me. He's like, why don't you use Photoshop? And I'm like, because I really like all of the different things you can do in Canva. I like how easy it is. I can use Photoshop. I just feel like for what I'm trying to do, it's like a few extra steps for each thing I need to do. So Canva is just quicker. But if it is a more complex thumbnail, I will obviously use Photoshop. Like if I'm trying to cut out the green screen or something else, if it's more complicated, then I'll definitely use Photoshop. But for my normal thumbnails, I really like Canva. Hello, I'm sat with Sparkles now and we are making some edits, that's nice, to the music part, the audio part. The video editing is done, now we're doing the audio. He's just choosing which piano we're going to use, and he's just fixed any like tiny mistakes from the live.
There was no mistakes.
No mistakes.
I'm not really making many changes, to be honest with you. It's mainly, I'm mainly just kind of like, it's like tonal changes, like where I press one key slightly less hard, or more likely stuff that I played too hard. I've hit a note really like, you hear something of it. So I'm trying to even them out a bit.
It's sounding good. Look how cool this is. You can literally make tiny changes.
Like that note is a little bit quiet as well, so like just bring it up a little bit.
So this is the volume of each
This is
note.
velocity, yeah.
Velocity.
So if I right up there is full.
Oh.
So like that's stupid. So.
So it's the next day. I'm just rendering out the video. I have put on the end screen. I've made the thumbnail. I'll show you what I did to make the thumbnail in a sec. But I just found something. If I put the song in 2 times speed, it's quite funny. Absolute bop. So this is the thumbnail I made on Canva. I absolutely adore Canva. So you can see here, these are all the elements that I've used. I played around with a lot of different things. I had a different background entirely, and then I thought it wasn't working. So I've settled for Erica behind me, and then it was Prince and the Pauper thing. Like that looks really nice as a thumbnail, and I do have that saved. But all of this white space just kind of looks like a mistake. It is just the blinds blown out, but it kind of looks like I've cropped myself off a bit. So what I've done is I've put Erica in and then me over it. There we go. And yeah, that's the finished thumbnail, and I'm pretty happy with that. We've got the logo, we've got Erica. Sorry, but how I look quite similar to her. And then another thing I did is just make the same thumbnail but in a square version for the MP3 release on Patreon. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty much the same exact thing, but I put Erica on the other side, added another butterfly here, and the background's different, and then the logo is there. Yeah, so now they match. So we got that and that. Yeah. And now I'm ready to upload it on Patreon, and then all of you guys will see it, and then I'm gonna edit this vlog that I'm filming right now. Yeah, and then I'll start on my next video, which is going to be, I think my next video is going to be Waiting in the Wings, because it just won a daytime Emmy, I think, and that's super exciting. So I feel like it is such an amazing song, and I can't believe I haven't covered it already. So that's gonna be my next one.